This video is how to do the pyramids. There's two pyramids on this notes. There's a square pyramid and a rectangular pyramid. Now, if you watch the Prism video, this one's going to be very much the same. We are still just finding areas of all the faces and adding them up at the end. So if I'm looking at a square pyramid, this is going to have 5 faces. It has one square as our base, the bottom, and then it's going to have 4 triangles. And all of these triangles are going to be the same because our square has 4 sides that are the same. So all 4 sides of our square are the same, which means all 4 triangles are the same. So I'm going to start out by finding the area of my base, that bottom. And that's a square, so it's just 12 by 12, which is 144. And I don't need to multiply that by 2 or anything because we only have one base, we only have one bottom. And I forgot to outline that. Let me outline that. Now my other sides are going to be triangles, and there's 4 of them. So I'm just going to say that these are the sides. I don't know how else to say that, but all of these are going to be the same. So all 4 of those are going to be exactly the same. So I'm going to do 1/2 base times height. Now my base is 12. And now the question is, what's my height going to be? I have two numbers here. Okay? This 8 was the height that we used to find volume. This 10 is on the slanted triangle. So the 10 is what we're going to use. And only that's because if I would just take that one face and take it off of the pyramid, if I'm going to take that off, I'm just looking at that triangle itself. Remember, it's on the surface. This height is inside the pyramid, and I just want the surface area. So I'm going to take this 1/2 12 by 10, and that's going to give me 60 for just one triangle. But now I need to multiply that by 4 because there's 4 of them. So that's going to be 240 for all of my 4 triangles. So now to get my total, I'm just going to take 144 plus 240, and that's going to give me my total of 384. And again, that's going to be square inches. I don't know why sometimes my board does that. Let's try to fix that. That's better. Okay, so again, even though you're dealing with pyramids, you are just adding up all the sides. Figure out what the sides are and then add them up. Now the rectangular pyramid is going to be very much the same. This still has 5 faces. Where we have one rectangle. Only it's a rectangle this time instead of a square, but that's still just one base. And then I'm going to have 4 triangles. However, not all 4 are the same. 2 are going to be the same as the other 2. They're going to be in pairs, because if you think about our rectangle, 2 of the triangles are going to have 12 as their base, and 2 of the triangles are going to have 8 as their base. But first I'll start with the rectangle, which is again the bottom here. So my area of this rectangle is length times width, so it's going to be 12 times 8 for a total of 96. Now, my 2 triangles, again, the first ones I'll think about, we'll do the left and the right first. So that would be the left one, that's over here, and over here. messed that up a little bit. There we go. So those left and the right, now it's still going to be 1/2 base times height. So the base of those is 8, and the height of those are 12. So that's going to give me a total of 48. Now I am going to multiply this by 2 because there's 2 of them. One on the left, one on the right, so that's going to be 96. Then the last ones to look at are the front and the back. So that's this one and that one. And again, they're 1/2 base times height. Their base is 12 and their height is 10. So that's going to be 60. So the front and the back are both going to be 60, so we're going to multiply this by 2 to give me a total of 120 for those triangles. So now, to get my total, we can just add up all 5. So that'll be 96 plus 96 plus 120, which gives me my total of 312 square meters. So again, the pyramids are just like the prisms. You're just going to add up each face, think about what each face is, and it's either going to be rectangles or triangles. So you're either using 1/2 base times height or length times width, and then you're just adding everything up. The last 3 there are just extra practice for you. I didn't do a video for those 3, but you can see the notes are there, and I still color-coded it so that hopefully you can see where all the shapes come from. If you need any help with the last 3 or with any of the other ones, just ask, and I can certainly clarify any questions that you may have.